everybody, welcome back to Life in the Higham House. So glad you're checking in, and today's the big day. We are going to tour the update to the chicken coop. Actually, I'm going to start calling it the chicken compound. We've more than doubled the space for our chickens as we think about how to provide for them a healthier, more entertaining, just a better place for them to be, all with the hopes of getting better eggs. So, worked really hard on this. It's not finished yet. There's still some things I want to do to it. There's some tweaks I want to make. We'll probably keep working to improve it as we go, but let's talk about what we've done. So if you remember any of the remodeling, we wanted to move our chicken coop to the lower part of the yard, give them more space so they could actually have some free range and do some pasturing. And that's going to come in a couple of stages. The first stage was to move the coop and get it relocated, and we did that. The second part of that was to begin to expand the coop, think about the enclosed run, and then creating an open pastured run where they can kind of be out and free and get the grass. And so let's talk about the coop. So this is our coop that we picked up at Royal King. I really like the coop. It holds a fair amount of birds. It wasn't too hard to build, and it really wasn't that expensive. I think it was like $500. And by the time, for me, to get all the wood, cut everything, figure it all out, get the meshing, I probably would have spent more money building a coop than actually just buying one and built. Plus, our birds were at a place that we needed a coop fast, and it was just easier to go and get a coop, get it built, and get the chickens into it. Whereas it probably would have taken me a couple weeks to build and get it all ready, and our chickens were already in desperate need of a coop. So, this for me was a good buy. I think as we continue to grow, I'll look to build more of my own coops. But for now, I like this. Royal King, this is a good one. Alright, so here's what we did for this. If you remember on I think it was part 3 of the remodel, we took this apart, we flipped its sides, and we put it back together. We put a floor in. And the plan is to enclose this area and make this more of a space for the chickens to roost and be protected. And so we're going to come back here in the next couple of days, and we're going to seal all this in with some plywood, put walls on it. We're going to put an automatic solar powered door so they can come and go on their own, and then this whole area will be closed off for the chickens. In here we will modify this. Good morning, girls. The roosting poles will come out. The nesting boxes will get an upgrade, and this hopefully will be where they lay. Good morning. Hello. And do all of their nesting in there. And then down below, I'm going to keep that open just as a fresh air space. Plus, when I clean out this, I need to be able to get into the lower parts to access and clean all of that. So, we also put it up on a platform, and we sealed the bottom so that now they've got a floor that goes all the way across, but they'll come out. We've got our enclosed run, another great purchase that we've made. This one we got from Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description below. I have a little write-up and a vlog of building the run. It's been great. We've had a few things get into it, but for the most part, it's been a great place for the chickens. And then what we do, just to, both as a security measure and kind of a decorative piece, we have logs that we wrap around it to help things stay put there. But here's really the big, exciting part. We just put on this huge open run. It's a pretty big space for the chickens. You can see they have plenty of room, plenty of running space, and they can get out and they can enjoy some fresh air and doing some chicken stuff, scratching, digging, rolling around in the dirt, all the things they like to do. Now this will continue to be upgraded. We're going to put another outdoor water over here. That way they've got water inside the run, they've got water outside. Right now I've just put down straw just to give them a bedding. This is a very hard soil down here. It's almost like rock. And so what I want to see them do is I want them to begin to turn up this soil, and you can see they've already been digging. So they're doing a great job of already digging up the soil. You can see little potholes everywhere. And that was just from when we had the enclosed run. Rex. We had the enclosed run here in this space. We moved it to that space, but you can see they had already started digging and making that space kind of their own. Eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in wood chips, and we're going to go deep bedding here in the open air run as well as the enclosed run. And then for me, that'll be a place where we will begin to make our own compost. As they do their droppings, as they do their scratching, we will be adding clippings from the garden, clippings from around the property, so that with their scratching, with their droppings, and with the carving, they'll begin to break things down. And we will have our own compost, hopefully, eventually, in this space. We're going to get into this, I think, in a week or so. Behind me, where we have the trampoline, this is going to become another pen. We're done with the trampoline. Kids don't jump on it anymore. They're too old. Plus, it's pretty dry rotted, and I don't think it's safe for anybody to be on the trampoline. And so what we're going to do is, we've seen some other folks do this online where they just wrap it in chicken mesh and they turn this into another coop or area for their birds. And I want to do that, and we've been waiting to get more ducks, so this might become one of our future duck pens. Not sure yet, but it might be. So that's a little ways down the road. But what I also am excited about is, by moving everything around, I now have all this space for our meat birds. So we're planning on getting meat birds. That's coming up very soon. But we'll be able to start the meat birds back in that corner. They'll be able to pasture on all of this grass to the edge of our property, come up, and then go all the way back. So we're going to let the grass grow up a little bit, get a little thicker, and by the time we are ready for the meat birds to come in, this should be ready for them. So I just cut it pretty short this week to get it all cleaned up and ready. But if you look and see, I'll be able to have a track going down, coming across, and coming back, and then back through. We're only getting about 30 chickens. We don't need a ton of space for them, and so I think this is just enough for them to go down and back with us moving them hopefully every 2 days. This is what I'm thinking. We'll wait and see how the grass grows and how well they do on it, and that'll really determine whether we move them every day or every 2 or even every 3 days. It's just a matter of how much work they do to the grass. But we have plans for a chicken tractor that I think will do well here. I think it'll be secure enough that we can leave it out, leave it on the ground, and the chickens should be okay. And then we've been compiling a bunch of materials, different pallets and things like that, because my goal is to do it for as inexpensive as possible. I know I have to get the chicken mesh. That is one expense I can't avoid, so I'll have to get that. But all of the wood I'm hoping to get from scrounging around and getting free pallets. So far, all of the upgrades to the chicken coop, I haven't paid anything for them. I've used stuff that I've been holding on to, stuff that I've had, pallets that we've picked up. We're going to wrap it in pallet boards that we've picked up. So it shouldn't cost us a whole lot to do all of those things. But all those things are coming up. Really super excited. The younger chickens should begin laying here in just a couple weeks. And hopefully by then we are in full egg production mode. Since we moved the chickens, we did notice that some of the laying has decreased a little bit, but in the last couple of days, actually last weekend, we're getting back up there. So we were able to get 11 eggs the one day, 12 eggs the day after that, and I think I got 11 eggs over the weekend, and then we got 7 eggs, I think, on Sunday. So it's getting better. For a while we were only getting like 4, and that was not good. We need more eggs than 4. So they're almost back up to giving us a dozen a day. That's really good. When the other chickens start laying, we'll be close to 2 dozen a day, and it'll be really exciting. So that's it. Coop is almost done. We'll keep tweaking it. We'll keep adding to it. If you have any ideas, suggestions, or questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to try to answer some of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. It's a work in progress. I'm learning as I go. So no hate. Just give me nice stuff. All right? Friends, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Check us out on our social media, Life in the Higham House. Look us up on our blog, lifeinthehigham.com. And until next time, thanks for watching Life in the Higham House. We'll see you later.